we need somebody like you to be a politician. You're the kind of person that we need in office that will, because it's that practicality that we need. All the politics that we've had, that's all about checks. It's people getting checks from this company and that. We need somebody like you. We need somebody who thinks like you and say, let's find some solutions for the people.
I wish I had the capability. Like I wish to because why would you get into, it's like, I got a big problem with nonprofit organizations. I have a very big problem with nonprofit organizations. I want to help people, but I have a hard time writing a check because why should the CEO of that nonprofit have a better car than I do? You know what I'm saying? If I'm donating to you, why should the CEO and the assistant CEO and the operator's manager have a better car than I have? If you want to help people, there's a basic salary cap. It's $48,000 a year. Yeah, but that's not, you wanted to help people.
That's right.
You wanted to be Johnny Nonprofit.
Right.
So now figure it out. If you want to make money, then there's businesses you want. That's why I have a hard time donating to a fucking company. I'm not ashamed. I'll donate to Chris Herron, because I know that that shit goes directly to drug people. That dude doesn't have an insincere bone in his fucking body. But anybody else, I have a lot of hard time.
Yeah.
I'd rather hand you the money fucking direct.
That's right.
I'd rather hand you the money direct. So I know that nobody's taking, when people call you and they're like, hey, we're accepting donations for the Police Benevolent League. By law, those people are only supposed to donate like 28%. They're allowed to keep the rest. Don't quote me on the percentage.
But that's still.
But if you really look into it, you'll be in shock. You'll go, so wait a second, Joey, I get up every fucking day to go to work, and I donated $1,000 to the police benevolent system, and they're only going to get $280 out of it.
That's right.
I'm going to get some fucking fat fuck like me is going to be in an office smoking a cigar, telling people he's going to go ride his boat on the weekend. Not on my fucking dime. Not on my fucking dime.
Yeah, when 9/11 happened, remember they were doing those big fundraisers on NBC and they had all that money? There were 12 black firefighters whose families didn't get any money from none of that money. So like they did a fundraiser, and we did a fundraiser to help those kids because they all lost their fathers and they never got any money. So they were like, some of them were like struggling to the point where they were going to be homeless. And they raised millions and millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Halle Berry and this one and the other one.
I have a big problem with that.
Yeah.
I really do. I really want to help the source. I don't want to fucking, I just believe that with politics, people get into politics either because you love people.
Yep.
And you really want to see the welfare of people. But I think somewhere greed takes over, and always that's our natural thing. We're whatever by greed, I at this point in my life, when you become a comic or anything, when you dedicate your life to an art, there's some part of suffering unless your family is well off and they pay your rent. There's some part of suffering, and there's one day where you're like, I don't even care about money no more.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with me. I've learned how to live without money for so long that I would love to be a mayor of a city to bring back what's been like, again, I'm not here to, why must an American parent pay anywhere from, in this neighborhood, I don't know what it is in the rest of the country, anywhere from $180 to $300 a week for your child to go to camp in the summer. $180 to $300 a week
per kid
for your child to go. Not for nothing. I'm from North Bergen, New Jersey, the most corrupt place on earth. And when I was growing up, there was a 6-week program at the park that you went there every day. You played checkers, you threw a frisbee, you had a fucking whatever, but they give you a lunch. Mm-hmm. They put a hose out in the afternoon so you could, with the spinner, and you jumped in there. And then to kick off, then one day a week you went on a trip. You went to APA, and we played basketball at APA. It was where the Nets practiced when they made the switch from New York to New Jersey. They took us to the Yankee game, the bat night.
Oh shit.
And they'd give us like those little prison sandwiches. It wasn't the fucking Beverly Hills Hilton, but it was something better. My daughter has nowhere to go in the summers.
That's right. Yeah.
Nowhere. If we didn't put her in camp, am I mad about paying? Not really. I'm not cheap. But think about it. There's no local park where they could go to in North Hollywood or Studio City and for 6 weeks. I'm not asking for all fucking 8 weeks. Hey, there's a lot of kids out there. And I know my daughter's a pain in the ass. But a 4-week program from July 15th to August 15th, where you take her to the Museum of Arts down in Long Beach, the aquarium and all that shit. That's what they did. I remember going to summer camp one time in the Bronx. It was fucking phenomenal. They took you to the Bronx Zoo for 3 days. You walked around. You saw a gorilla stab another gorilla with a pocket knife and shit. I mean, that's the shit that you'll never forget. You know, it takes 3 days to walk around the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is now. I don't know how the animals are now. Don't quote me on
Sad.
this. But in the old days, it was a 3-day trip to the Bronx Zoo.
Even the churches in New York. I remember being in the Bronx. They had little activities. They would give you. I remember the
fucking
lunch
orange with a ham and
juice,
cheese sandwich
in the box.
with a juice in a little bag.
Yeah.
And it was an effort. It wasn't fucking Ruth Chris,
Right.
but it was better than fucking nothing. We don't have that no more.
No, but I wanted. It's like what you said. Where is all the money going? Because there's so much money that is put into the government. Yet and still, your friend, you got to give him $20 and make sure that he eats when you see him. There's a man who's building a circus. People getting shot at every other turn. Where is the money? Where is all this money? Donald Trump was going to put billions of dollars into creating a military force in space. What about here? Where's the money going?
I mean, I think New York and California have the highest tax brackets in the country.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, my wife just gives me an idea
It's bad.
about the taxes. Just an idea. And then you take it to grammar school. And the first day of grammar school, they're giving you a paper.
What you gonna pay?
What you got to pay for donations all year.
You have to donate to the grammar school?
Yeah.
Dog, that school, there's 2 private schools in Studio City. All right. There's 2 private schools that are top notch. Notre Dame and where Felicia's kids went.
Yeah, my son went to Campbell Hall.
Campbell Hall.
Yeah.
It's 34 G's, and they tell you to start. And you're like, so wait a second, what do you mean to start? It's 34 G's, and then throughout the year, you got to duke them.
Yeah. It's more than at some college. It's
Now,
more.
did your son or daughter get a scholarship to Campbell Hall?
Yeah, he got a scholarship, and I worked 2 jobs.
Yeah, because my friend's kid got a scholarship to Campbell Hall.
He got a partial scholarship, and then
She's a fucking attorney now. She's a badass attorney now, so she's making big money.
Good.
But she got a scholarship. She's a Spanish kid,
Yeah.
and you get scholarships there.
Yeah, because I didn't want him to go to.
But it was 34 grand, and then they hit you up throughout the year. The computer lab, the fucking African monkey exhibit, fucking white people for fucking Asian solidarity. Oh yeah, they duke you all fucking month.
But you don't go to private school.
No, but even in city school, we have to duke.
So the thing is that the Valley has the best public schools.
Yeah.
So they have the elementary schools are all really good schools, but they operate like private schools.
Like a private school.
So no matter, even if it is a public school, you're still paying for a lot of stuff because they have the best. They got the best schools, like all of them.
When I sold the pilot last year to Fox, that was in the pilot of me taking her to school, and there was one annoying lady that every time she sees you, she would ask me for a Duke. Because there is. Every time I see the lady, it's always a Duke.
Should they ask you straight up in person?
Oh,
Sure.
Oh, they have the lady. They have the lady.
They
for
got
that.
the lady that comes up and says, "Hey, hi."
As they say,
I don't know if you know
I love
this.
that face.
Yeah, hi. I don't know if you know this or where, but August 14th, we're having our fundraiser for moms, and what we're asking for is a minimum donation of $200. And I'm like looking at her like, let me ask you this:
I did not know this.
How do you look in a bikini? You know what I'm saying? Because we could end this right now. So after like the first 6 weeks of seeing this, I grabbed my wife and then I go, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Pick an amount, give it to them, and tell them to leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And my wife went. She looked at everything. She gave an amount, and she told the lady to leave. No, then one day my wife went to pick up the kid, and that lady came out. She goes, "We don't know where Mercy is." And my wife, like, told her to get the fuck out of my face. So now the lady really don't fuck with us no more. Mm-hmm. My wife just cut her a check out of her account. My wife was like, "I'm not going to tolerate that duking every week."
Yeah.
Lee, every time we went in there.
Is that
Every
lady?
Tuesday or Wednesday, you get duped.
You gotta do that face. The lady, how they say, no tiene vergüenza.
No shame. No shame. And she'll go right, and she's got, and the thing that killed me the most is, Lee, can I talk to you for a second? Listen, we're having our annual Kids Day thing. I know you're having a hard time. Your wife's not working. We're looking for a deuce, but if you could throw in $50.
Yes.
They don't even give you that, Lee. No. And let's say while you're going, like when you're going, let me see where I can fit it in my budget. If they see Aida, they'll just leave you standing there. Hi, Aida. Oh, my God. It's so nice. I love your shirt.
Right.
Let me talk to you about what's going on next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're having the fundraiser, and we advise that you bring $200 cash, and you're sitting there going, she doesn't even have the class to close me.
Yep.
Like, she didn't even have the, like, I got him for a small 50. Let me keep him over here on ice, because I definitely got the small 50. Like, they just have no...
How very Hollywood.
And it does it bother me? No. Does it make me or break me? No. It's how they do it.
That's right.
It's how they do it. I've been duking out all my life. I know the duke. Look, there's a look you give people that means, listen, things are bad. Duke me something. I ain't got a problem with that. But every fucking week... at 8 in the morning. If you're gonna duke me at 2 in the afternoon. Let me wake up at least.
The magazines, the gift wrap paper.
They hit you at 8:05 with a duke. You're not even processing your fucking coffee, and they're already throwing numbers at you and shit. You're walking back like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck are you giggling about? Nobody.
Why did you like him? What did he do?
He did an error.
I knew a second ago, but now it's... Keep going from where you told it, because then...
You know that little forehead you got?